See if that is going to work for us. We'll see what happens. How's everybody doing? You love to see it. You love to see it. Here we go. We are connected. Let me know what you guys want to talk about today. We got an awesome game ahead of us tonight. Hopefully, everybody did well in their first week of the fantasy football playoffs. I'm curious to see how everybody's looking. What's up, Mikey? Old Faithful. First one in, ready to go. Mikey, can you see me publicly over on the tube as well, my friend? I want to make sure everything is all good. No, you cannot because it's on private. I don't know why it does that. Let's go to public and save it. Should be good to go there now. Lovely. We are good to go. We're public. We're ripping. Sean says I'm torn between starting Gainwell and Warren tonight. What do you think? Well, I think we need to double check everything going on with Jalen Warren. Let's go ahead and do so because last I heard he was suiting up, but it was going to be in question how much workload he was going to get. Okay, it looks like he's good to go here. So you might be all right to gas up Jalen Warren here, and I think you're good. So let's go with Jalen Warren, man. I do trust Jalen Warren just in general a hell of a lot more than I trust Kenneth Gainwell. So I think you're there. Kind of weird. Let me check the other streams. Okay, Mikey. Yeah, let me know. Let me know how everything's coming out for you. Down 14. I got Warren and DK left. Do I win? I would really expect you to win. Yeah. If you're playing Warren and DK tonight, you would have to have a combined ultimate stinker to not get anything done there. So I would hope that you're all right there, my man. I would be looking good. Barcode, what's up, man? How are you? Good to see you over on T-Witch, man. Coming through nice and easy. Looking good over there. How are you doing today, my man? Everything going all right for you? How's these playoffs treating you? How many matchups did we have this weekend here? Let's see. I've got Zay saying, think Warren and Achan total 30 together. Yes, I do. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Achan just totals 30 himself, man. Achan has been a dog this year. Mikey says, I just sent an offer of Saquon, Tua, DK, and Dalton Schultz for London, Bucky, a first and a second. Wow. Would love that, Mikey. Would love that. If you can get this trade done, I'll be thrilled for you, man. Zay, thank you for the follow, my friend. Appreciate it. Let me know if you need anything, man. Happy to answer your questions here. Raphael says, does Waddle score tonight? I don't know if we're banking on a Waddle touchdown, but I think Waddle will get you over 12 fantasy points if you've got a line on that. Number one seed in the league, just lost Mahomes and doesn't have another QB to replace. Well, that could be huge. That could be huge, Mikey. Big D says, DK or Gainwell? I'll go DK there. Do you expect Gainwell to get 10 receiving yards with Warren in? Yes, I do. I would say you're probably still good on the Gainwell over 10 receiving yards. That would be my guess. But again, I've been known to be wrong on occasion, okay? Vicenzo says, I'm up by 50. He has Achane, Waddle, and Boswell. Am I cooked? Honestly, it's going to be close, man. I think you'll still probably be okay, but if Achane has a huge night, then that obviously takes a lot out of you. Warren or Gainwell. In general, I'll go Warren. You know, do I think T and London come back this week? I do. I do think you'll get T and London back, but to be frank, I wouldn't be too surprised at this point of the season if they just shut some guys down. We've already kind of seen that happening a little bit. So we did doing well. We just took down JT and CMC thanks to Amon-Ra and KW. That is huge, man. That is huge. Good for you, man. Good for you. I love that. Up by 13.6. He has Waddle, but Tua can't play in the cold. Am I good? That's a tough one, man, because I do think we're going to get some like bubble screens and some like short completions for Jalen Waddle to try to pick up yards after the catch. It's going to be close, man. It's going to be real close. I'm not going to lie. I don't expect DK to have a big night. Well, you know, I think it's always hard to tell, right? Like, do I think DK is going to go off for 25? No, but do I think DK could very well take it to the house and, you know, give you a 17-point floor? It's possible. Jay Kizzle, my nizzle. What's up, man? Thanks for coming through on the T-Witch. He says also Burden if Rome out or Abuka flex PPR. I would probably just be playing Burden at this point. To be frank, I'd probably play Burden as long as Romadunze's out. It looks like he's going to get involvement here. H-Town Rob coming through. What's up, my man? How are you? How are you, man? Start DK or Jalen Warren. If I had to pick, I'd probably still barely lean DK Metcalf if it's a full point PPR, but to be frank, it's probably not crazy to just take the floor that you're going to get with the running back there. My opponent needs 8 points from the Steelers D, even slightly relevant here. Now dynasty value wise, like no, I'm not expecting Phillip Rivers to mean anything long term here. But to the single point that Phillip Rivers, actually was able to put together a decent game script, lean on the run game heavily, be able to at least keep that Colts team in the game, especially on a day where the Seahawks offense looked anemic and couldn't get anything done. I think it was a testament to who he is. Jay Kizzle saying Rams defense versus Seattle or Vikings defense versus the Giants. Probably take the Vikings, honestly, man. I think we crashed chat. T-Witch down too. Really? That's not great. I don't know why that is. I have everything reading fine on my side. Any difference? Any change here? Are we back on this side? I don't know. Barcode, are we back? Are we back on this side? I said I'd go Vikings defense, if that helps. Michael's saying Ravens defense or Chiefs defense. I would go with the Chiefs there. Do you think Kenneth Gainwell is going to score 6 points tonight? Yes, I think he'll get you more than 6 points. If you had to sit one, which one? Waddle, Metcalf, or Warren PPR? Out of that group, I'd probably sit DK. Mahomes a buy for rebuilds. Yeah, I mean, to some degree, for sure. I think, like, rebuild is maybe an extreme term. I don't know a lot of people that are, like, going to just ship Patrick Mahomes away for pennies on the dollar at this point. But yes, I think if you can get him at an affordable price, I would absolutely be buying Patrick Mahomes on a retooling, rebuilding roster. I think he's a great buy right now. I watched him move in one of my leagues this last week for Jordan Love and Devonta Smith. I think that's a price I'm completely and utterly comfortable paying, You need 6 points from Gainwell to get out of the TikToks. Damn, bro. I hope that works out for you. Jay Kizzle says Genty versus Houston or Devin Neal versus the Jets. I mean, if Devin Neal is going to play, I think you gas him up, man. I would play Devin Neal. Last question. You don't have to say last question, man. I'm around for you. Whatever you need, man. Herbert versus Dallas or Jacoby versus Atlanta. I think we got to roll out Jacoby Brissett here. I know it sounds funny, but like that Atlanta team, I got no faith in. Let's go with it. Sanchez, what's up, man? How are you? Good to see you over on the tube. He says, would you start Brissett, CJ, or Stafford next week? Well, look, I don't want to start Stafford against Seattle. I think, like, Seattle, obviously, even against Phillip Rivers this week, which was not their shining game, still held them to, very low point total. I think with the Colts have 16 points or something, or 15 points. So, regardless, I'm not playing Stafford. CJ Stroud is not a bad matchup to swing on, but personally, I think I'd be taking Brissett against Atlanta for sure. Yeah, Mikey, if you can hop through and get the stream gassed up over on the Discord, I would greatly appreciate it. That would be fantastic, man. Appreciate you as always. Zay Pola saying, any chance in hell Adams, Harrison, or Dunze play next week? I think no. I think you're cooked. I don't think any of those guys are suiting up, in my opinion. BKs. What's up, BKs? He says, I paid a 27-second for Brissett to try to win and get me the ship. Hope it pays off. Yeah, I mean, obviously, man, like, if you're towards the end of your season here and you're a contending roster and you're going all in, like, I don't have an issue with it. There's actually a decent chance Brissett, like, ends up having some sort of role somewhere next year. So, let's see. Which wide receiver room is better, JSN, Pickens, or St. Brown and CD? I would probably rather have the St. Brown and CD side, even though I love JSN, but that's just the way I'd lean, Jackson. Panchez says thanks, and Michael Wilson or McConkey. Michael Wilson, man, I think you just roll out the stack. I mean, I know Michael Wilson didn't have like the best of weeks this week after where he's been, but I still think he's got upside. So I think you roll Michael Wilson there. Chris K says T-Law or Love for next week. Honestly, man, I'm going to go T-Law. T-Law is looking real nice with it right now. I think we're going Trevor Lawrence here. I have Garrett, Rome, and Marv in 2 of my leagues, and Rashi without my homes after my buys. I'm cooked. Damn, bro. I think you are cooked. That is super unfortunate. Justin Kyle, what's up, man? Coming through over on the tube. He says Ferg or Parkinson this week, PPR. See, this is a brutal one, man. Like, I did not think we were going to be in a position where I'd be telling you to roll out Colby Parkinson each and every week, but I think you might have to be honest. Yeah, yeah. I think you're rolling out Colby Parkinson, and I never thought we'd be here, to be frank. Thinking in advance for next week, should I start Henry or Tyrone Tracy? Ravens play the Pats, and the Giants play the Vikings. Yeah, exactly. Adams is banged up. He's definitely not going to play. They're on a short week. They're going up to Seattle. So like, and I think the unsung storyline here too, Justin, is Colby Parkinson is a former Seattle Seahawk, and they did not re-sign him after his rookie deal, even though they drafted him. So I know, like, revenge game narratives don't always hit. Stephon Diggs didn't hit this week, but like, if we're talking quote-unquote revenge games, this is Colby Parkinson's return to Seattle. So put whatever stock you want in that, but I think could be interesting there too. So, definitely some interesting stuff there. Spence, what's up, Spence? Spence over on TikTok saying start 2 for next week. Mike Evans, Ibuka, Harvey, Devonta Smith. I'm going to go with Mike Evans and RJ Harvey here, actually. Panchez, 2 more questions for next week. Henderson or Hampton, and Fannin or Kincaid. I think I'm going to go, I know it doesn't sound fantastic, but I think I'm going to go back to the well. I'm going to take Amari and Hampton here, and I think I'm going to take Dalton Kincaid here, okay? Jaden Reed or DJ Moore next week. Devontae is out. I am aware. I would be going Jaden Reed there. Warren or Gainwell need to make a comeback. I'd go Warren personally. He's just been getting more of the touch split. I need 10.3 from Gainwell to advance to the finals. Damn, well, I hope it works out for you, man. I think Gainwell is a lock for 6.5 points. That's where I'm at with Gainwell. Not a lot. Christian, Brandon Ayuk trade value. I know most of your trade deadlines are past. Curious your thoughts. Yeah, no, I think, trade deadlines, obviously, they have their place. A lot of people have them. I don't like them, especially in Dynasty. If it was up to me, I would just get rid of them. But, I think for Brandon Ayuk, just in general, right now, I would be fine sending 2 third-round picks for him. I don't know if I'm in the range of a second yet. Now, I do think he lands somewhere next year, potentially like, Pittsburgh, and that could be interesting for sure. But all that being considered, I still don't know if I'm feeling wildly confident about buying Brandon Ayuk. It's been a long time since he's played, and the narrative around him is not strong right now. And I don't know if he just wanted out of San Francisco, but all you got to do is show up for your rehab, and you cash out a ton of money. I don't understand how it's so hard to just show up for your rehab. Isaac, I got you already, man. How many fantasy points will Waddle score in PPR? I have his line right around 11, so I don't think it's going to be a huge day, but, if he catches a big touchdown, could be wrong here, could be wrong. You doing Week 16 questions? Yeah, man, fire away. I'll answer anything. Caden says, what am I going to be able to move Waddle/Jefferson with a first on top for after this season? Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, if you're going to move Justin Jefferson in a first, we're talking in the range of like Drake May, like we're talking all the way up to the top there. If you're going Waddle in a first, we're probably more in the range of like, I think if you go Waddle in a first, you could probably get to like Jeremiah Love, Ashton Genty, like get to that range, potentially maybe even like someone like a Trey McBride. If it's not too strong of a tight end premium, that could be an option for you. User 433 says Waddle, DK, Warren. Who would you sit? Out of that group, I'd sit DK. Need Boswell under 12. Man, I don't know if we can give you that one, man. It's been the week of the kickers over here. Jason Myers had like 25 points yesterday, so Justin Jefferson cooking my season. You hate to see it. Robert, what's up, Robert? Thanks for coming through over on the tube, man. just got locked 101 and need DK to get 12 points at least for the 103. Am I streaming on Twitch? Yes, I'm streaming also on Twitch as well. So we're on Twitch and we're on the tube here. But yeah, man, damn, I hope DK gets that for you, dude. That'd be awesome. I think going into any rookie draft with 2 top 3 picks is incredible. There's wind though. Yeah, there's wind, but that doesn't mean that these guys can't get it done ever. Man, it's hilarious how many primetime games Aaron Rodgers is still getting this year. Traded Marv for Bowers a couple weeks ago, and dropped Pitts last week. Damn, that's sad. I'm so excited for my rookie drafts. Hell yeah, you should be, man. We're going to have a ton of rookie draft content coming up on the tube, over on YouTube, coming up for you guys. So make sure you're subscribed over there if you are not already. Good replacements to go for Mahomes. Not any good replacements at this stage of the season. I mean, I think your best option is going to be picking up a guy like Jacoby Brissett or something, you know? Will there be a watch party in the DC tonight? Yes, there will be. Yes, there will be. Mikey, my moderator over here, is actually gassing us up right now and getting the stream ready. So if you guys are not already in the Discord and you want a chance to come watch the Monday night game with us, come through. The Discord's totally free. We are going to be switching over there in about 15 minutes time about kickoff, and we are going to be watching the game. I will be on the voice chat. You can talk with me one-on-one. It'll be super fun. Get to know your boy a little bit. How do you get to the Discord? Yeah, I will be streaming it in there, so nice and easy. The best way to get to the Discord, guys, nice and easy. See my username here, Dynasty Price Check? Just go to dynastypricecheck.com. And once you visit my website there, on the homepage, there'll be a big purple button that says Join Free Discord. You just click that, and you are nice and in. Super easy, super quick. And like I said, you can hop on in the voice chat and talk with me through the whole game. It'll be a good time. Let's see. James Body says, are you streaming? Yes, I did, James. Definitely get on in there, man. Would love to have you in. If you have any issues at all, just let me know. But should be www.dynastypricecheck.com. There you go. And look, even over on TikTok over here, Pops is sharing the Discord link on TikTok. So if you guys want to get in the TikTok chat, you can pull it from there as well. I've got Uncle Ted in here. What's up, man? Phillip Rivers, Jawar in Houston is must add. Not sure if I got that one, but you know, we've got some stuff happening over here. Damn, I realized NC State beat St. Louis University in the semis. Yeah. Stream is live in the Discord. Lovely. All right, guys, there you go. Stream is live in the Discord. Wherever you guys are watching from, hop on over, and I'll be in there and just in time for kickoff. We'll run this stream for about 10 more minutes here, 10 more minutes. Hey, Barcode, my man. Barcode's also posting the Discord link in the Twitch chat for folks that can't make it over to TikTok. Barcode, you are a legend. Appreciate you, bro. Mikey, you're a legend for getting us all set up in there, man. We got an awesome team here at DPC. The Army's growing. Everyone's helping, doing their part. You appreciate it. Justin says, I might have missed it. What's Derrick Henry worth? In Dynasty, probably no more than like a late second. I just bought him for a late second on a contending roster going into the playoffs last week. I thought it was fair value, so I wouldn't be giving up a hell of a lot more than that at this point. Will Warren have a chance to get 54? No, I don't think Jalen Warren goes for 54. Famous last words. You can clip me here. If Jalen Warren goes for 54, I'll eat an entire sack of pancakes. I don't know, whatever you guys want. I'll grow my beard out just so you guys can decide what to shave it as. Tanner says, big one. Bo or Brissett, Hampton, Woody, Franklin, Slayton, or JCM. Ride with Jay Jettis. Other wide receiver is George Pickens. Tanner, here's what we're doing, man. We're going Brissett, and then we're going Hampton, and you're going to roll with Justin Jefferson. Are you starting Rashee Rice? Yes, I do think you still have to start Rashee Rice. So, yeah. Been starting Fannin, Kittle, and McBride in a tight end premium league. Do I just let it roll? Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I have no issue just playing multiple tight ends in a tight end premium. Henry says, Jameson Williams or Mike Evans next week. I'm playing the 1 seed and need a W. Man, that is tough. I'm probably rolling out Mike Evans, to be frank. Probably rolling out Mike Evans. I think the thing is we're just seeing Mike Evans, like, be what we expected from him with Baker Mayfield right now. Are you trading Rice? In a vacuum, no. I don't really know what your situation is and what you're going for here. So potentially, if you need extreme value right now and you're looking to clutch a championship and you're worried about now the Patrick Mahomes injury, it might be worth considering, but I don't want to like tear off him for nothing as long as I'm getting fine value back. He's got to stream in full Dolphins gear if he drops those points. Okay, fair enough. If Jalen Warren drops 54 points, I will go full Mike McDaniel and dress up as Mike McDaniel and go out in public and record a Mike McDaniel lookalike video, okay? Yeah, buddy. All right, guys, we are less than 10 minutes away from kickoff. I'll be over in the Discord momentarily talking with all y'all one-on-one. So if you're not already, come on through. Come on through and hang out with you, boy. We'll talk some ball. It'll be a good time. Henry says Jameson Williams, Mike Evans. I said Evans. Unlucky guy says Jalen Waddle decides if I go to the semis tonight. Damn, how much do you need from Jalen Waddle? HN getting 20 tonight. Yeah, I think honestly the odds HN gets 20 is higher than not, right? So like if you were saying 50-50 chance, I think it's more like 65-35. Top 4 picks in Dynasty locked up, probably the 9th and the 10th too. Decky, that is fantastic, man. I'm pinning that comment. Love to hear that. Yo, bro, if you're not already in the Dynasty Discord that we run here, please join. Get on in there. Would love to talk about all your rookie draft picks and get you prepped and ready to go for the off season. Be super fun. Super easy to join up. Just click on the website that's pinned on my profile over on TikTok here, dynastypricecheck.com. And click the join free Discord button. Mikey says, grow your beard out and then shave Go Rams in it. It wouldn't let me say that on TikTok. Oh my God, dude. That would be like the ultimate punishment for me is having to do anything related to the Rams or the Niners here. For those of you that don't know, I'm a born and raised Seattle Seahawks fan, and I bleed blue and green. Adrian, thank you so much for the follow, man. Appreciate you. Solomon Allen says Dowdle or Pollard next week. Think we got to go rolling out Rico Dowdle here. Jason saying down 33 with Warren and Waddle. Am I cooked? Thank you so much for the follow, Solomon. Appreciate you supporting, my man. You're a legend. Come on through to the Discord, guys. Watch this game with me. It'll be a blast. We're going to be streaming the Monday night game. You can talk one-on-one with me. So if you're not already in there, come on through to the general hangout channel. It'll be awesome. Let's see. Isaac saying, do you see Trey Benson as the RB1 in Arizona next year and also Javonte in Dallas? Well, so look, those are some great questions. I'm going to talk about them for a second. Solomon, I'll absolutely get to you in just one moment, man. But yeah, Isaac, no, I don't see Trey Benson being the workhorse back in Arizona. In fact, like I'm personally a seller of Trey Benson. And it's not that I don't think that he has some like top line talent. He absolutely has the speed to break off some massive runs and get really well involved in the passing game. And I think that that's like the ultimate draw of Trey Benson, right? He's one of the only three or four active guys in the NFL right now at the running back position that ran a sub 4.40. So like, obviously he's quick, he's explosive. He's got tons of upside. Now, the issue is I don't view him as a workhorse back. I don't think he's a guy that can handle the 3-down workload. I don't think he's fantastic between the tackles. And so I do think you are going to potentially like watch Arizona either bring another guy in through the draft or, test this free agent pool. There is a lot of strong runners in free agency. And, one of the guys that comes to my mind right off the bat here who I was talking about on my YouTube video yesterday on some of my Dynasty buys of the offseason is Tyler Algier. And, like, if you're talking about adding a potential power back that has a ton of opportunity to be used in some of the short yardage situations and in the red zone, you could absolutely see Algier sign, in Arizona and then have Trey Benson work off him, more as like a third down rollback. Now, again, when we talk about guys like that are having a good year that are not contract insulated, you're talking about a guy like Rico Dowdle. And could you see Rico Dowdle potentially sign a Jordan Mason style deal in Arizona, right? Maybe like a 2-year, $12 million with incentives working up. I could absolutely see that as a landing spot for Rico Dowdle. So, no, I'm less confident about Trey Benson as the long-term option. Second part of that question is, do we see Javonte Williams as the future in Dallas? I do see Javonte Williams high, like as a far more likely opportunity that he resigns there. And the reasoning for that is, we're talking about two guys that are that are not on contract for them that have had big years, Javonte Williams and George Pickens. However, the receiver market, and especially at George Pickens' age and current value, is probably priced out for Dallas. Like, knowing Jerry Jones and what he wants to spend, and that they're already paying CD and the other holes on that team, I don't know if I see them signing him to a $30 million a year or more deal, which is what it's going to take at this point. You watch T. Higgins get something in the similar range. You watch Cortland Sutton and Terry McLaurin get something in a similar range. I mean, for the age that George Pickens is and the performance he's given you this year, I'd be shocked to see him get anything less than what DK Metcalf got, right? Which was a 5-year, $150 million, which is about $30 million a year, right? So, considering that that's on the table, I think that it's more likely that they sign Javonte because he'll probably be a lot cheaper, and they'll be able to roll it back with Jake Ferguson, Javonte, and CD, and George Pickens probably walks in free agency. That would be my opinion. Talon, thank you, says, yesterday was a bad day. Had London and Garrett Wilson already hurt. Now Mahomes and Adams. I'm sorry, man. That's devastating. Solomon says, even with Pollard balling, Dowdle seems to have a higher floor. I do. I think he's got a higher floor, and that's the main key there. So you already hit the nail on the head. Lincoln, thank you so much for coming over on T-Witch, man. He says, yo, not a question, just a sad observation. I dropped 178 the second and to last week before the playoffs. Needed a win, dropped 76 points when Amon-Ra got hurt and Jason dropped 4. Then I've had, that's devastating, man. I'm sorry, Lincoln. You hate to see that, but hey, man, if you're not already in the Dynasty Discord, come through and kick it with your boys. We're going to be streaming this game tonight, do a little watch party, talk fantasy football the whole time, get a little bit of cope, come hang out with the guys, man. It's nice and easy to join for free. Just head over to my website, dynastypricecheck.com. Just my username with a .com, and you are good to go. Click the join free Discord button on the homepage. Come hang out with the boys, man. We got cope all around. I lost 2 fantasy playoff matchups this week as well. So, BX, what's up? Yo, bro, do I trust Minshew to get Rice the ball or start Jacoby? Honestly, man, I don't know exactly what to think about this one. In one world, I could see Gardner Minshew absolutely being able to dump the ball off and get Rice, a lot of those crossing routes where he picks up a ton of yards after the catch. And so I don't think that it's a bad idea to roll out Rashee Rice here. That all being considered, Jacoby Myers has been balling. He's been giving you consistent production. I have zero issue rolling out with Myers. It seems like you have options here. So I think it's just going to be a little bit of a feel on how much risk you want to take. Now, I do think Rice will still be plenty productive, so I'm not going to tell you to sit Rashee Rice, but I do think Myers potentially needs to be in your lineup. So Kane says Judkins or Myers the flex next week. I'd probably be going Quinshon Judkins still just for the floor of a running back. James says, in a shallow league, 8-9, I have a lot of second-round worth players. My team I need to clear out before the draft, so I was wondering if there's any targets I should aim for. Those players are Burden, Tootin, Sampson, Parker Washington, Jordan Addison, DK, Jaden Higgins, Hubbard, Benson, Josh Downs, Dobbs. My starting lineup is Henderson. I have the 101s to love, Tet, Adunze, Wandale, and Olave, and Kraft, Hunter, and Loveland. Man, this is an interesting build. James, man, can you do me a favor? I'd love to give you the best feedback I can here. It's going to be hard for me to do that while I'm all live and I can't see the whole lineup and screenshot and structure or whatever. I'd love to just be able to pull up your team on Dynasty Daddy, and then be able to view the league and generate some real trades for you. James, are you already in the Discord, man? If you're not, hop on over to the free Discord, join up. There's a channel in there that's called Dynasty Discussion or Dynasty Roster Advice. Paste your roster in there with your sleeper username and just tag me. Just go at Dynasty Price Check and be like, yo, man, these are some of the questions. I was looking to, make some moves in the offseason. What would you suggest? Because I absolutely think you can get a ton done with a bunch of these middle tier guys. You should be able to capitalize, They play Denver. Yeah, that's definitely not ideal. Big Boy says, I'm up 6 with the opponent playing Darren Waller. Am I cooked? Yeah, if it's a tight end premium, you're probably cooked, unfortunately. Should I start Rice with Mahomes out? Yeah, I think you still have to. Actually, if you have Mike Evans, let's roll out Mike Evans. Mikey is saying the game has started. Okay, thank you, Mikey, for the heads up. They are about to get us going here, guys. So if you want to keep on rolling with me and hang out, talk ball, enjoy the game, hop on over to the Dynasty Price Check Discord right now. I'm going to be streaming the game in there. We are going to be having a fun night all through Monday Night Football. You guys can ask me all the questions you want. We can talk Dynasty strategy, all my buys, all my sells. We can talk rankings. We can talk college ball. We can do scouting, whatever you guys are feeling. So I will see you over there in the Discord. Your boy is migrating over. Appreciate you. I will see you post-game back here for another stream tonight. And everybody enjoy. Have a great time.